Yo, what's crack-a-lackin' Challenger? I'm your host, James Morelan. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Betta fish sorority as well as the other fish tanks in my fish room because a lot has changed. So make sure you stay to the end of the video so I can show you everything, and I'm super excited to show you. I did miss a video on Monday. That's because I literally have finals tomorrow, or the day that you're watching this is actually my last finals. So get ready for some awesome videos coming up soon. Alright, so I'm currently standing in the back corner of my fish room, and if you remember, my 60-gallon should be right there, and my 50-gallon should be right there. However, when I'm here, you can't see any tank. And that's because I actually moved my 60-gallon aquarium. You can see a light set up here, and I also have like flags and stuff over there. But yeah, I removed this tank. I also removed my 50-gallon, and I moved my 50-gallon back here. I still need to fill it up, and I actually got the lighting for it and stuff. So that's going to be an awesome tank right there, and I have a stand and everything, but again, the fish room is really dirty just because everything's been moving, getting the new fish room set up, but yeah. But here's where we moved my 60-gallon Betta fish sorority. So this took a long time to move. We had to drain it. I actually have footage of that, and also, if you remember, I had a 10-gallon right here and a 10-gallon right there. I had my divided Betta fish tank, and then I just had this empty 10-gallon. I emptied those, and I actually had to saw this stuff in half. Then I moved my Betta fish into this tank. So this is Cherry the Betta fish. You guys probably haven't seen him that recently, and I got this Betta fish when he was a baby. He's pretty adorable. You can see him. He's awesome. And then I also have my other Betta fish over there in the corner by the filter, and he's over there. I also have my 20-gallon long tank. Nothing really is in here. I have Gara rufa. There's actually one right there. These are the skin-eating fish, or the doctor fish, and these guys are very, very, I don't know how to describe it. They're like jumpy, like they're really scared. Like if I tried netting them, they just swim in the opposite direction. It was really hard to catch one. I moved one of them into the 90-gallon. I'm going to try moving the other two because I do have something I want to hatch in this tank. However, that's going to take a while because I want the fish room to be set up before I start getting new fish and start doing other things. That's what a responsible pet owner does. And I'm that responsible pet owner. But yeah, you can see the 60-gallon. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at all those snails. So, you can see the tank is actually missing a lot of plants, and that's just because I don't know what happened in the past couple days. They melted or something, which is bad, and the snails have just been eating them. So I'm going to have to replant all my tanks, and plants are expensive. However, I'll probably be getting them from hdlplants.com or Aquarium Co-op, and you can actually check both of those out down below. I actually have some discount codes down there. But yeah, I'm super excited for that, and I'll have to get plants from there and replant all my tanks. But you may see all the snails, and oh my gosh. I just have so many flippin' snails. Like, it's really crazy to see all the snails. And not only in this tank, like you can see all the snails, the old shells, because generations pass. Yeah. Don't worry about all the snail problems because I actually have two solutions happening. I'm actually getting something in the mail, like, tomorrow, or the day that you're actually watching this, which is Wednesday. I'm having a solution for that. And also, like, I'm not killing the snails, don't worry about that, but I'm going to have something really awesome for them. So look forward to that video, and also, I'm going to also make something really awesome for them. But yeah, it's going to be cool, I'm just super excited. So yeah, this tank, I am thinking about getting a new light. I don't know what brand I should go with, maybe like a Phoenix or a Fluval. I really want to get a better light because I think that's one of the problems that the plants aren't doing so well. Look at that Betta. He is hungry. He's literally trying to scoop in for the wafer. I'll have to get some food for this tank. Alright, I'm just going to throw some flake food. But yeah, I do think the fact that this light isn't the best, and I think that's why the plants are doing so well, especially since it has to go through 2 feet of water before it actually really gets to the plants. However, Jungle Val that has a longer leaf or stems or whatever you would describe that as, they are longer, so they get more sunlight. That's why they look better. The smaller plants like this Bacopa and the hornwort and other plants like that, even though they are really easy plants to keep, just the lack of a good lighting is just really taking a toll on them. And one thing that I've noticed when I drained this tank and when I moved it is how many shrimp I have. The shrimp definitely have bred, and they're so adorable. You can actually see one of the bamboo shrimp right there. He's actually filtering water through moving current. I have the water head on, and actually let me look for some shrimp. It's really easy to find them. Like there's a cherry shrimp, there's a blue velvet shrimp hiding, and there's a cherry shrimp up front. I have some nano tanks I'm going to set up for them. But yeah, these tanks are really coming along. However, I did also have to move all those wooden pieces, so the scape is really messed up. Also, I removed the cholla wood, which I had for a little hide that was right there. I moved it into these 2 tanks temporarily. You can see that I actually have started removing some crystal shrimp from this tank because I'm going to dismantle these tanks soon and get them ready for the new fish room. But yeah, and this is the 60-gallon, going to be moving this soon, and I'm super excited. I actually just got some news that I'm going to be getting something really awesome in the next like two weeks. So guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you get notified when I post new videos and I reveal these new secrets that are coming to the fish room. But actually, let me play you the footage of when I actually moved this aquarium, because there was a lot of stuff I had to film and a lot of work, so let me play that for you guys right now. Okay, that was pretty cool. Yeah, so it was just a lot of work to move this tank. You can see it looks pretty cool. It's actually lower. I had it a little raised where it used to be, but this way it's kind of like eye level. Also, what's good about these tanks is they're about the same height. Water level has to be a little bit lower and this water level has to be a little bit higher, but just think about the possibilities between those two levels. I was going to do something like this a while ago, however, just because of all the work I've had to be doing in the fish room, it just never happened. But it will soon. And I guess this is a good time to show you the fish room. So the updated version, you can still see we haven't put any walling up. However, when you look at the floor, my brother painted it with this cool tiling, and we also put up some specks and stuff in it so you can see a little bit of the shininess to it. It's actually really cool, and this is actually my water changing bucket. I was doing a water change earlier. And this is our dehumidifier. I'm going to have to turn that off for videos, I guess. It's kind of loud, but that helps with water condensation in the air, especially with all those fish tanks. The water line stops right here. We're going to have to clean up this room, move everything out, paint it, and then I'll have this back room probably first before I get this section. I'll actually have this section to myself first. So that'll be pretty awesome. So yeah, basically you can see some of the plants are doing well. It's just because there's been so much work in the fish room. Lights may be kept on too late. Lights may be kept on too long. Yeah, it's just a lot of work. But the betta fish are just doing really awesome. I actually removed one of them and I was like, that's too much work. I'm just gonna try keeping a little bit of water in the tank to move it. And that's what I ended up doing. So I am planning on hopefully getting some new fish for this tank and maybe some extra betta fish eventually. I really want to just get heavily planted tanks, like that was what this tank was supposed to be. I might just head to the pet store, honestly, in the next couple days, pick up some plants and try replanting it. One downside about having all the shrimp in this tank, I do not use fertilizers in this tank just because the shrimp might be affected. That's happened to me before, where the iron levels in the actual fertilizer might create too much of a change that the shrimp can't handle and they'll just die, which sucks. I've lost quite a few shrimp because of that, so yeah. Also, since this tank takes up a lot of room, I'm actually going to be getting backgrounds for these tanks, and I'm going to move my flags like facing this way so I can see them better. It'll be pretty awesome. This is the Trinidad flag, in case you guys couldn't recognize it, and my mom is actually from Trinidad and Tobago, and I guess that's my race or something, like half Trinidadian. So that's pretty awesome. But yeah, like, I just love shrimp. Like, you guys gotta check out Flip Aquatics down below. They have some awesome shrimp. Like, you can see that blue velvet. He is so cool. Not only that, I have hundreds of other shrimp. Like, you can see another blue velvet. I might separate some of them so they breed better. And oh my gosh. Do you see that yellow one sitting on the top of the wood? That is so adorable. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. But also I am planning on doing a new substrate for this tank. There is a lot of waste on the tank and I'm gonna layer over that so that'll be good fertilizer eventually for the plants and it'll be pretty awesome. You can just see an overhead view of one of the betta fish right there. It will be nice to get rid of a lot of these snails. Like, I'm not killing them again, but I will be moving them so they won't be such a hassle for me in moving in this aquarium and I guess my entire fish room. I'm gonna get some algae wafers. I'm gonna throw some into the aquarium. This is not the most affordable method because these things do add up, especially when you use them as much as I do, and that's probably why my snails breed so much, but I like to spoil my fish. Some people actually feed their snails and stuff green beans. I might actually have to start doing that again. But yeah, the fish absolutely love this, and also the snails and the shrimp, but yeah. And look at my corydoras. These things go crazy. Like, they are super big. They are, like, extra large. My fish, like, I don't know if I feed my fish, like, so much that they get super big, but you can see, if you look at some of the platies in the back, those guys are absolutely huge. So that's pretty exciting. Also, a guppy gave birth, and there are some babies in this tank. It's pretty awesome. I actually set up a sponge filter because I did see the fish were breathing heavy. I didn't know if there wasn't enough oxygen, so I decided to add this. It adds a lot of surface movement to the tank, so that's good for the fish. Oh snap, okay, look at this plant. This is giant salvinia. It is a really cool plant that's usually put in ponds. I'm trying to grow it in my aquarium. I don't think it'll be okay just because it's used to such bright sunlight from the sun. So I'll just see how that goes. I'm going to throw the rest of the wafers in here just so they can eat them. Because as you can see, all these snails are on one single wafer, and that's how crazy they are. So yeah, the snails are just absolutely crazy. I also do feed the shrimp a separate food. They have a separate diet, but yeah, they usually just go for the wafers. Look at that little guy. So adorable. Alright guys, I will catch you all in the flippity flop. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. You are awesome. Make sure you comment what you think about the fish and what do you think about the 60 gallon and the Betta fish. I will see you all on the flippity flop. Catch you all later. Bye.